Good news is we came back, showed a little bit of fight. We got a long way to go, as you probably all saw. I knew, we're not playing great right now, so I knew this was going to be a tough one. And Maryland, I know they had a couple of players out today. It would have been even tougher probably. So luckily, though, the second half we did defend better. I think first half we gave up 45, second half 30. We still sometimes get a little too one-on-one, but we've got time to fix that. We did have 5 people in double figures, though, so that's great to see. I thought Cadence Samuels did a great job on the boards, going to getting 11, 9 of them defensively. Zoe had 6 boards, I believe. So, again, I love it when it's a team effort. Of course, Khamil put up 16 points as well and got 6 boards, so that helped. So, long way to go. That's the only thing good about this. We're way overrated right now. All those ratings are based on what you did last year. So we got a lot to prove and a brutal schedule coming up to try to prove it. But again, I did like the fight we showed in the second half and the ability to come back and find a way.
All right, questions for Khamil and Zoe? You just go ahead.
Khamil, first of all, for you, this game, obviously the way that it kind of played out, you fouling out in the fourth quarter, what did you take out of the game, and then how frustrating was that to foul out?
Honestly, I think going into these last 2 games, I have to give myself some grace. Been through a lot. It's a new team, new system. So understanding I don't ever really foul out, and just kind of that's how the game was being called. There was a lot of fouls, and just understanding there's things I can clean up. So I wasn't too concerned.
And Zoe, it really seemed like after that moment, you kind of took it upon yourself to take over a little bit there in the fourth quarter. How much did you feel like you kind of were able to help carry the team there?
I feel like every game I'm just trying to do whatever to help the team win. I care about winning a lot more than my personal performance. I got to do a better job scoring and getting my teammates involved, but I know at the end I had to be aggressive to pull away from them.
Zoe, you guys are going to be back in this building 9 days for a game that's going to matter. What do you think kind of the emphasis has to be time between now and then for you all to, as Coach said, improve and work on?
We definitely have to defend better, rebound better, just box out. Tennessee is really athletic and tall, so I feel like the key to that game is defending and rebounding.
For both of y'all, how valuable is it to play against a team that's ranked in the top 10 in a close game like this before you actually start playing in the games to come?
I feel like this game was a good game to see where we're at against a top 10 opponent. It gave us opportunity to see what we need to work on going into the season, so I think today was a good wake-up call.
Zoe, last time y'all played here was the ACC championship game. It felt like, your performance was a little bit personal. I know Alucci transferred to Maryland and she kind of went off in that game. What was kind of going through your head getting back on the floor here?
I have some good memories here and some bad memories here, but it's always good playing here. My last 2 years I went to the ACC championship, so it's always good being back in the gym and playing.
Zoe, a couple weeks ago in Charlotte, you mentioned this team was tough and you guys weren't afraid to beat up on each other and your scout team, and that things were a little physical and rough. How would you evaluate how you guys did up there today? Were you surprised by the physicality, and did you like your team's response?
I feel like sometimes it's hard to play physical because the refs call little fouls, nitpicky fouls, but I definitely think that we played very hard as a team. Definitely have some things to work on, but we definitely were physical back with them, and I think that's why we won a lot.
Khamil, you mentioned, adjusting to a new team, new system, all that stuff. What, from previous team, NC State, what has been some of those kind of big adjustments for you that you feel like you're still working to kind of fit all the way in?
Probably just really the system, the conference as well. It's just like a different style of play, honestly. We ran a lot of stuff last year through just me and Michaela especially. So being able to be around people who it's more of a complete team, it feels good and it feels like better overall basketball.
I guess just going back to that for Zoe, and then if you want to add on, just when maybe the officiating isn't going what you want in terms of, let's say, consistency, or you feel like ticky-tack fouls, how does that change maybe the way that you guys play, or are you a little bit more timid to go out there and be physical, or is it maybe not affecting your play style?
I think just understand you just have to play smart, but
Yeah.
just because a game's being called a certain way doesn't mean that we're gonna back down or, you know, play kind of like indecisively. You just have to understand the flow of the game and be confident with your just being smart.
I do feel like it affects how we play because it's like, even though we want to play super hard and super physical, it's just like, you know that the refs are going to call the tiniest fouls, or it's like you'll get fouled on one end, but then you go down on defense and then they call that same foul. So it's kind
Have
of
either
hard.
one of you ever fouled anybody?
Absolutely.
Probably never.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's where I was going.
One more question for the players.
Khamil, what do you think you've learned about yourself just in these first 2 exhibitions?
I'm more capable than I think I am. More so mentally, I think this, you know, life's a lot bigger than just basketball. So just understanding that I've been here for probably 8 or 9 weeks and just continuing to trying to stay solid and just being where my feet are, honestly. So.
Thanks, KP and Zoe. We'll turn to questions for Zoe.
Good luck.
Thanks for setting me up.
Hey, y'all, let me know if you talk junk about me.
All right, questions for Coach?
Yes, go ahead.
Alright, so how do you really feel about Zoe?
What?
I'm kidding.
About Zoe?
No, I'm just messing with you.
That was good.
No, but thank you. I guess, just curious, going off of like the, like officiating really quick, like when you get into a scenario like that where, maybe there's, players feel like ticky-tack fouls are being called, like how do you, I mean, you kind of joke with it.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, again, it was a physical game.
Yeah.
I thought both teams were physical. So, yeah, I mean, again, obviously I want every call to go our way during the game, but I realize, you know, we got to learn to defend without fouling. You know, there's an art to that. You know, we talk about all the time allowing people to miss, getting straight up, walling up, and making them hit a shot. And today we didn't always do that. We had a hard time keeping them in front of us, especially in the first half. They were really good off the bounce and transition. They ran it right down our throats, and we weren't really doing the same thing. So I just think they played hard. They were aggressive, and you know, we ended up, you know, we shot a bunch of free throws when it was all said and done, especially the fourth quarter. We didn't shoot the ball well from the field in the fourth quarter, but we hit 12 out of 14 free throws. So, you know, that was the ball game.
Questions?
Coach West.
Hey!
West.
Yeah. Go for the sweep. Get out the brooms.
Coach, got you, Coach. Coach West.
Wes, we asked the players, but what do you feel like you've learned from your team over these 2 exhibitions, and you know, what can you take into the?
We're not a very good defensive team.
Okay.
You know, I will say, you know, we tried to, and I'm going to butcher the, what is it? Alushi? Is that how you say the first name? I'll just stick with that. She killed us in the conference tournament championship game a year ago. She, according to my stats, she only hit 10 threes last year, and it seemed like she hit all 10 of them against us probably. So today, again, she came out and hurt us again. Second half, we did try to keep the ball out of her hands a little bit, and I thought, you know, that helped because, you know, she had 19 points at halftime. So thought we did a much better job on her. And like I said, we only gave up 30 points, and that's our goal. We try to hold people to 30 points a half. We gave up 45 in the first half. We gave up 29 points in the second quarter, so that comes out to 116 over the course of a game. We're not going to win many games doing that. So we got to, you know, High Point hurt us, and I thought Maryland hurt us, and we got to defend better. We got to buy into it. But that, we only had 10 assists. I know we had 5 people in double figures, but we need to share the ball more. We need to be able to break people down and make people help and get better looks. You know, first half, our first quarter, they had 4 offensive boards. I think after that, we did a much better job. They ended up with what? Well, I guess we didn't. Ended up with 18 offensive boards. So that's a concern. That's a big part of it. So we got a lot to, that's the only thing good about this, y'all. I mean, is you got film now, and hopefully they'll listen, and when they see it, is it you know, picture's worth 1,000 words, whatever. Hopefully they'll realize that we got a long way to go, and our schedule's brutal. I mean, so scary.
Couple more questions for Coach.
Do you have an update on Maddie?
Yeah, just tweaked her ankle. I think she'll be okay. She's had problems with her ankles, and you know, it's hard. Once you have an ankle that turns, it's hard to keep it from turning, no matter how much you tape it and brace it and everything else. And, you know, we've even had some media people wearing boots because of their ankles. So, yeah, obviously it's a common thing. But, yes. Yeah.
Anyone else okay, we'll go again. I was curious, and this is kind of not related to the game, but I mean, obviously you had a great interaction with the men's team there going down the hallway. I'm curious, just since Coach Wade has been here at State, like what have those conversations been like, and what have you maybe told him about what it means to be, you know, a basketball coach here?
Yeah, it's been great. He's been very helpful, open, you know, as far as, you know, sometimes we have to work together for, you know, if we're needing to use a practice facility, whatever, things like that. Every now and then, it doesn't happen often, but, you know, this week we've got Kevin Howell being inaugurated at NC State as chancellor, so we'll have a couple of days where we'll be out of rentals, so he's been very helpful in that area. Got great guys, you know, I hadn't been around them a ton, but, you know, they've got great personalities and all that, and they're going to be good. I mean, they get after you on D, which is something our players need to learn from, and they can shoot it. So, you know, excited to get out there and watch a little bit of that. But yeah, it's an exciting time for NC State, and we'll continue to support each other for sure.
One more question?
What does it take to get the defense where you want it to be?
Yeah, you know, you'd like to be able to guard individually some so you don't have to help. But when we need to help, we're not doing a very good job of helping. And like I said, I'll know more when I look at the film. But, you know, we're kind of sometimes on an island. We're out there by ourselves. And if I get beat, my teammate's not there to help me. And, you know, same thing offensively. Sometimes we're on an island out there one-on-one. So I got to do a better job, you know, both offensively and defensively. We only have 10 assists. That's not good. We give up 45 points in the first half, 29 in the second quarter. That's not good. So hopefully we can get through to them. And somehow, y'all understand, 60% of our offense scoring, 60% of our scoring is not here anymore. So that ranking we have right now is based on, like I said, a year ago. We got a whole lot of growing up to do and a whole lot of improving to do if we want to be, you know, a competitive team at the highest level.